Alrighty, boys and girls, today we're going to go over your materials. So I want to make sure that you have everything you need and that you understand why you got the things that you got. Okay, so we're going to look through our binder first. My binder is empty. So you're going to watch me as I fill my binder, and then I'm going to tell you what each piece is. Okay? In your binder, the very first thing that you should see, so go ahead and grab your materials if you haven't so that you can see what I'm doing, okay? In your binder, the very first thing that you should see is this. We've used this in class. Some of you had it, but some of you didn't. So I printed it out for you, okay? So we use this for blending our sounds. Remember, we put it in the plastic pocket chart? So that's what this is for. So that's my first page in my folder. And on the back side, you have some writing paper. You wouldn't write on this directly. You would put it inside of your plastic pocket chart and you would write on there. Okay, and then we have, let's see, I have mine upside down. Then we have a divider. These are used to divide your different pages. So in case I want to find a certain page, I just go to that divider. The next thing that should be in your binder is a bingo sheet. Uh-oh, Miss Cortez, you're wrong. Wrong. The very first thing that should be in your binder is this, your alphabet sound spelling cards. Okay? These, I already gave you one of those a long time ago. It looked a little bit different. It was a different color. Oh, I can't find mine. But I gave you another one in case you lost yours, like me. I lost mine already. So you're going to keep this one in your binder, and this is going to help you with your writing. Okay? So it tells you all the letters and the letter sounds. So if I forget what sound the M makes, I could look at the picture and it says map. The M sounds like mm. Okay, so that's the first thing in my binder. Oh, Miss Cortez. Okay, and then I have my divider. And then the next thing in your binder is this, which we already talked about. Okay, and then I have my other divider to separate my pages. And then the third thing that you should have is your bingo page. So we're going to use this bingo page sometimes for reading, sometimes for math. Again, you are not going to write directly on this bingo page. If we ever use it, we're going to put it inside of our pocket plastic protector so that we can use it over and over again. And then on the back side, we have a smaller bingo board. We're actually going to be using this week, so you will need this. Okay, so remember, it's in your binder. Then we have another divider. Okay, and then comes the good stuff. You have a really thick packet of graphic organizers. Uh-oh, and mine don't have holes. Graphic organizers. So all of these we're going to be using for our reading, okay? For our reading. So these come next. Mine are not going to go in the hole because I don't have them hole punched yet. All right, and then I have my other divider. And then you have a smaller packet that looks like this. And we're going to be using these for reading. So they have the different rules that we've practiced. For example, this one has long A. So we're going to be using these to practice our different reading rules. So you only use those when I ask you to. Okay, and then another thing that I don't have, you should have a green folder. And in your green folder, you should see paper. So you have some lined paper and you have some white paper in your green folder. Okay, And then at the very end, I put your extra dividers. These are just extra in case you want to add different papers in your binder or in case I tell you to put more papers. Okay? When we take our papers out of our binder, you are going to need help from an adult unless they teach you how to do it, because I don't want you to get your finger caught in the middle of these rings. Okay? So adults will help you take those out. And then in the back pocket, you're going to see a paper that looks like this. Okay, we're going to use this for PE. We're going to keep track of how much PE you do. So don't worry about that yet. This just stays in your back pocket for right now. And then you should see two papers like this. Okay? So these two papers, we're going to make signs to help us tell me during Zoom when you need to use the restroom, when you can't see my screen, when you need help, and when you don't know which page we're on. So we're going to turn these into little signs that you can use during Zoom so that you don't have to unmute. Okay? And then in the very front, oh my goodness, there's another thing that I don't have. In the very front pocket, you should have a packet that says October, and that's going to be our morning work. Okay? That's it for the binder. Then you should have your handy dandy little bag. Okay, let's go through these because this is what you're going to do today. So you have two construction papers, which we're going to use for Halloween. They don't have anything in them. These are just papers that we're going to use. So these I don't need to worry about right now. Okay, they're going to go back in my pocket. Then you have an orange folder, and if you haven't looked inside, our orange folder has a bunch of Halloween activities that we're going to be doing together. Okay, there's some Halloween bingo. There are some Halloween faces, some Halloween writing paper, a haunted house that we're going to make. So this, on the front, you're going to write Halloween. Halloween. So you know that this is holding your Halloween supplies. Okay. This white one is going to be our science packet. Okay, so you're going to put your name on this one at the top. Write your name. Inside we have some science papers that we're going to be using. Okay. So you're going to write science on your cover page. Kind of big. Science. This is an I. Science. And then I want you to decorate this one. Our science unit is going to be about the moon and the stars. The moon and the stars. So I want you to decorate this packet with moons and stars, and look through the packet and see what you think we're going to be talking about and use that to create our science cover. So that's going to be part of your homework today. You're going to decorate your science folder. And then we have a purple folder, purple. In here, you have some math tests. We're not using them yet. These need to stay closed until it's time to take our math test, which is not yet. Okay? On the front, we're just going to write math. Math test. Test. Math test. All right. And then voila, you have your writing journal, a new one. This one looks a little bit different. Your papers look a little bit different. I had to use different kind of paper. Your picture window is smaller because you guys are starting to write more. So we need more lines and less picture because you guys are growing up. You're big first graders. So in the front, we're going to write writing. This is writing. Writing. Okay, and I also want you to decorate this one however you want. You can color, draw on this one. I wanted to make it your own. Okay, make it beautiful. Make it your own. So today you're going to be decorating your writing folder and your science folder. Okay? And then in your baggie, you're also going to see some paper plates. We're going to use these for our signs, I think. It's so bright, isn't it? For our signs. So you should have about, ooh, this one has a lot. You should have at least 3 paper plates. You probably will have more, but you should have at least 3. And then you have 7 popsicle sticks and some googly eyes that we're going to be using for our Halloween crafts. Okay? So make sure that stays in a place where you can find them when I ask you to take them out. Oh, and then you have a balloon that we might use for PE. Keep it in your baggie. Don't blow it up yet. Okay? And some of you got some puppets. Not some of you. You all got puppets. Okay, these are some puppets that Miss Cortez has had for a long time, and I thought that you guys could use them. One should be a frog, and one should be like a little lamb. Some of you got 2 little lambs, and some of you got a little lamb or a little frog and a little bear or something. Okay, keep these. Nobody's used these, so they're clean. But if mom and dad want to throw them in the wash before you use them, that's something that they could do. Okay. So remember, for part of your homework, you are going to be decorating your science and your writing journal. Okay? And then you have your brown baggie, which has a bunch of other cool things like an eraser for your whiteboard. It should have some index cards that we're going to use for our writing. And there should be some sentence strips and a dry erase marker. All right. So go ahead and go decorate your folders.